Final segment of the Infowarrior. We're going to shoot through these last few calls. Remember, if you missed any of this broadcast, the podcast will be available tomorrow at the Infowarrior.com, or you can just go to GCNlive.com and go to the on-demand section, look for the Infowarrior, and listen. And, of course, the Alex Jones Show, always on a loop. If you missed me today on the Alex Jones Show, we'll be rebroadcasting that in 6 minutes. That's 4 hours, and this is just a petty 3-hour show. All right, let's go to Jason in Ohio. Jason, what's up? Yes, sir.
Well, first of all, I want to thank you for everything, and I want to let you know how I found out about your show. A bunch of high school kids were walking down my street, passing out flyers house to house and said public alert, and I was like, what is this? And I read it and kind of explained everything that's going on in the government. I was like, no, this can't be true. Then I went up, typed in the Obama deception, Googled it, and that's how I found out about all this. Wow. Well, I live right across from an airport. I do live right across from an airport, and they extended it by maybe a quarter mile or so. Mm-hmm. I was like, why? What's the need for, such a long length of runway for just a few Cessnas that fly in and out of here? Well, I started thinking maybe, heavy military equipment and things like that. Well, I go in the house, I pick up the paper, and in the city next to us, it's a pretty big city, and everybody's saying, well, why are we extending this airport? And that's a completely different airport. And it's a letter to the editor, by the way. Mm-hmm. And turns out they won't, tell them why they're spending the taxpayer dollars on this, and everybody's just up in an uproar. So I just thought maybe I'd let y'all know about this, and maybe it has something to do with the one world order, No, you're probably right. I'll tell you what, trust your gut on that one. If that's happening in all sorts of airports around the area, you're right, it probably is a military expansion. I mean, they're literally rolling it out. They're saying the National Guard is now going to help in drug busts and to fight crime on top of that in places like New Hampshire, in places like Utah. Can you imagine that the National Guard is going to go after pot farmers? Meanwhile, you go to California, it's basically decriminalized at the state level, doesn't stop the federales from coming in and just having their way with whoever they want. And, the hypocrite Schwarzenegger doesn't do anything about it, but he comes out and says, maybe we will legalize marijuana and we'll tax the hell out of it, because that's the answer. Don't let people have something without a tax. It makes me sick. Thank you for the call, Jason. Let's go to Jared in Illinois. Jared, you're on the line.
Hey, Jason, how are you doing?
Good, man.
Hey, I just want to discuss the concept of TFL, which is Bill Greyhouse's concept, True Force Loneliness, and its connection to the New World Order. Mm-hmm. How Gloria Steinem and the feminist movement causing division in the sexes by causing women to stereotype.
Well, the Rockefellers absolutely funded that movement, and, you can see that in the film I've been talking about all night, America, Freedom to Fascism, and, if you watch that interview that Alex Jones did with Aaron Russo many, many years ago, not that many years ago, a few years ago, it's on the web, you'll see it. It's obviously a movement to tax both people and to divide and conquer, and it was Rockefeller funded. It was not grassroots. Hey, I'm for individual human rights, a.k.a. women's rights in every way, shape, or form, but unfortunately, that's not what Gloria Steinem was about. You are correct, sir. I thank you for the call, Jared. Last caller, let's go to Travis in North Carolina. Travis, you're on the line.
Yes, how you doing, Jason?
Good.
First of all, I want to thank you and Alex for the great work you guys been doing over the years. One thing that you guys have been, mainly Alex, you've been talking about the amount of money that you guys have been using in server costs. Mm-hmm. Well, there are alternatives like Rapid Share on the web that's free that you can upload.
Yeah, but you know what? When we're offering a service like that and people are coming in, we want to be able to, without using Rapid Share, and plus they're charging by the gigabyte, and you don't want to know how many terabytes we go through each week. Our bill is off the chain, but I know about Rapid Share. I know about Mega Upload. We'll be back tomorrow.
Hello, friends.